So them island boys, watch out, boom. Right now we under, we rum and we sensei. English harbor, you know we drink plenty. Hustle hard, rich and pocket never empty. Give thanks to blessings, it a shower, it a flow. Well, it's a rum table. Yo, Shaq, pick up yourself on this podcast. You know, you don't know a just sticker representing, you're listening to the Rum Table podcast. So, you know.
Boom, bang.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Rum Table podcast.
We got a special episode today.
I really think it's gonna be a really good one. It's a Rum Table Christmas edition.
Ho, 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 and all that.
It's your boy, Real Big Man Ting in the building.
And it's Shaq, aka Just Shaq.
And this is episode 12, Shaq.
Yeah. Episode 12, 3 months in, we're going strong.
I honestly, we appreciate the love, all the likes, all the reviews, all the messages, the emails. Honestly, we appreciate it. Don't stop doing it. Keep sending the love. Keep liking, keep subscribing. It goes a long way.
Yeah, real shit. We
Honestly.
definitely appreciate it. It cracks us up. A lot of them just be cracking me up. I love that shit. Also, Merry Christmas to you guys.
Yo, Merry Christmas indeed. Merry Christmas to you, Shaq.
Merry Christmas as well, bro.
Appreciate it, man.
Even though I know you're the Grinch.
Yo, well, I mean, for those this viewing can see, I'm representing. I'm representing for the Grinches out there now. So
Anti-Christmas over here.
I'm not saying that I'm anti-Christmas. So anyways, for those that's just listening on the Apple, the Spotify, the Google Podcasts, etc., we are very Christmas decorated right now.
Oh yeah, we got the Christmas decorations.
We got the Christmas decorations up. I am in my uniform, aka the Grinch sweater.
I got the Fat Man Christmas Santa sweater
your
on.
Santa is like dancing right now.
The man is jiggy.
Like he's crip walking as well. That's what she was getting on there. We got the Christmas hats and shit.
We got Black Santa in the windowsill.
We do got Black Santa repping us right now hard.
So he just needs some shades.
I do suggest y'all also have a look at the YouTube for those that just normally listen on like I said, on just the audio platform. For sure, just give it a check out, right? It's of course just a Rum Table on YouTube.
All right.
But as usual, for those that's new, we do usually start with the rum facts, and we got Shaq with the facts.
We got a special 1 minute rum facts.
That's right.
And, I'm gonna get into it right now.
We're drinking Bacardi today.
Bacardi Spiced Rum.
We've been having a few spice.
We've been having a lot more spice.
It's the time of the year.
Than what I was expecting.
It's the time of the year,
All right. So, a listener pointed out to me last 2 episodes.
What's that?
That I've been feeling the 1 minute rum facts.
Yo,
so the timer hasn't started yet, just so y'all know.
When does the timer start?
I'm gonna start it when it's 1 minute.
Okay. I thought the timer starts when I say, "Yo, Shaq with the facts."
Oh shit! So I'm already losing. All right, boom. So Bacardi, I'm gonna hit y'all with the what is Bacardi, right? Bacardi was founded in 1862.
Okay.
I believe it was 1862. Yeah. In Cuba. So this is a Cuban company. And
para los cubanos, yo.
Jesus
Feliz
Christ.
Navidad.
Okay. All right. And that was back in the time when they never thought that rums were like refined. They thought they were just like cheap liquids, right? Cheap beverage, like trash. And the guy Don Facundo Bacardi Maceo. All right. And he went to town over 10 years, a period of 10 years. He decided he was going to figure out rum. He was going to solve the rum issue. He was going to get it to the mainstream. And the way he did that was by picking apart the distillates. I don't know what that really means, but it sounds hype. And he got it.
Sounds like he did the research.
He refined it to a point where he separated it and he got it to the first Bacardi white rum, which he then had, aged in whatever caskets, American caskets. Yeah, it's a tough drink differently.
I like that
thing. Yeah,
I like that.
So it being a spiced rum, this one that we're drinking specifically is it's got the nutmeg flavor and all that, the aged oak barrels flavor, all that, the regular spice rum.
The regular
thing.
spice rum stuff, right? Yeah, for our regular listeners would know what that is by now, But Yeah, I appreciate you, Shaq. I'm guessing that's you with the facts for the day.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, that's the rum facts right there.
Yo.
And the timer.
Appreciate that. But this is a special edition, though. We can't just give them just a rum. We can't give them an everyday thing that we've been doing.
Not just a one single rum. We have to hit them with the encore, the big up, the
we
pull
have
up.
something very special today, seeing as it's the Christmas edition.
Mm-hmm.
All right, straight from the islands, because we're representing for the West Indian family. You understand?
Is it?
But this is how we enjoy Christmas. One of the many few traditions, Shaq.
Pull it up. We have a rum cake.
Rum cake is here.
It's here.
Listen, it's a must. I don't think we could have done this without, people are gonna ask us, what about the sorrel? Shaq, tell them what happened with the sorrel story, please.
So the sorrel, we prepared. We got some sorrel readied up, and somehow somebody popped open the bottle and we finished it.
Listen, sorrel and
didn't
rum
make it.
goes together in the Caribbean households, and we couldn't help it.
It didn't make it to the episode. We're sorry about that, guys, but
We apologize, but for those that's listening that are not too familiar, rum and sorrel is supposed to go together.
exactly, it was made that way.
Especially for the Christmas time. But I'm going to give you all a quick rum cake facts, though. Can I do that for the people?
The 1 minute cake and rum facts.
All right. So for the rum cake facts, all right? A rum cake is a type of dessert cake, obviously, which is made and contains rum.
Right.
I think that's pretty obvious.
Okay.
But let's just say, eating too much of it can get you a little bit intoxicated, So, but rum cakes, it's a traditional holiday season dessert. As I was saying, it's descended from the holiday puddings,
Yeah.
So traditionally, you use dried fruit. It's soaked in rum for months, and then you add
Months, years.
months.
They might have it from the last Christmas and this
from the
last
previous
soak
Christmas
already.
as well, But it doesn't have to be. But it depends on the household and what that household does their tradition type. But then they add the dough prepared with sugar, which has been like caramelized and boiled in water. And for some people, they refer to it as not just rum cake, but they call it black cake, fruit cake.
Right.
But fruit cakes are usually in like a lighter texture, so to speak.
Kind of more dry and so.
Exactly. But for us Spanish people, we call it bizcocho de ron. Bizcocho de ron.
Oh, what is that? What is that?
It still means rum cake.
Oh,
That's
okay.
pretty much what it means.
So
right?
cake is bicocho.
That's right. Oh yeah.
Me learn something.
Yeah. Yo, by the end of this, Shaq is just gonna be fluent in Spanish. But yeah, it's more so of a sponge cake, and because that way it absorbs more of the rum.
Oh, okay.
You get me?
Yeah.
But that was a 1 minute rum fact. You see me?
Is it for the rum cake facts?
Yeah.
We're gonna put that as a segment going forward. By the
No,
way.
we shall. But let's get into it, Shaq. Cheers to you, sir, as usual. You're supposed to mostly
First of
drink
all,
Bacardi, better with mixed. So I'm gonna be drinking it with some rum and coke. And
It is rough by itself.
Can we find out what was Christmas like for you? Yeah, how's your pocket looking, Shaq?
First of all, I'm not really a Grinch, but this Christmas I feel Grinchy
Why?
because I know that the companies them have my money and my money is not in my pocket and my pocket is empty.
Yo, but why'd you spend your money then? Why'd you spend the money?
Because Christmas is the time to do dumb shit. It's an excuse to just
That's the
spend off your
excuse.
money.
You're one of those people. This is why I can't stand Christmas. This is why I can't stand it. I'm very...
Yo, cheers.
Cheers, sorry.
This guy, I hope y'all know. He said, I'm not anti-Christmas, but he said, this is why I can't stand Christmas.
It's two different things. Christmas is just... It's too happy. I'm sorry. It's just too... La 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 da 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 la la da 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 da. I'm just not into that. I'm just like, yo, turn your lights off. Like, I don't need to see no Santa Claus outside. I'm not interested. Who's that baby on your lawn?
Oh, shit. They have a big ass float, a Santa float on the neighbors next door, and it deflates. And every time I get back home, he has it reinflated.
I'm not interested in that. So did you spend a lot this year? Was it different from any time before, with the whole coming off of the... I'm not going to say we're off of the pandemic, but I think stores have opened up and stuff, right?
Well, yeah, but I prepared for it this year more than any other year, to be honest. Like, normally, Christmas, Normally Christmas just hits me out of nowhere. Like I never knew Christmas was coming or some shit, right? And I just never prepared. And this year I did, and I told my woman up front that I wanted us to have a nice Christmas in a kind of way. So I saved up for it.
That's as you should though, because you know what I don't like. People this is one of the things that it's just I normally see where people are spending because they feel like they have to. Everybody's buying gift, or it's like, yo, you know, so and so is gonna get me something I wasn't planning for them. No, I gotta get them a gift.
Right.
Man, I don't like that.
Right. Like if you never planned it, then don't, because it means that person's not that important.
That's a good point. I agree with that. I agree with that.
And everybody has people that care about them and is gonna sort them out with some gifts. So you don't have to feel obligated. Nobody's gonna hate you, or you know what I mean. Nobody's gonna look at you sideways because you didn't give them a gift.
You'd be surprised. But what was it like for you in the Caribbean? How did you grow up in terms of Christmas? What was the tradition in your house? You know, being Dominican, Antiguan.
Well, all right. So I grew up kind of separated from my Dominican family, my Trinidadian family. It was just us in Antigua. It was just me, my mom's, my old man, and my brother, right? So we kind of created our own tradition in the sense that we would get up. Okay, first of all, we don't do the whole opening Christmas before Christmas.
Yeah, I'm not sure where that thinking from. But I always thought from watching TV, you know, in Antigua, for those that know, we get American channels.
Right.
All those movies usually show you people opening up gifts in the morning of, though.
Right, the morning of.
Yeah.
And somehow,
we used to be jealous, just so you know, because we weren't getting shit to open. We didn't have a Christmas tree.
Oh, no Christmas tree?
We didn't have a Christmas. Yo.
It makes sense.
Why?
It makes sense why you're Grinch.
Yo, that's stupid. That's stupid.
It's not your fault.
Yeah. I don't think my parents cared that much about Christmas.
Well, Christmas is kind of a bullshit tradition. Let's be honest.
It is. But we'll get into that.
Right,
I want you to tell me. What was it like for you?
All right, boom. So we had whatever Christmas presents we had under the tree. It wasn't like the most Christmas presents, all right? Like we each got like 2 or 3, whatever. And whatever friends we had, we'd just store it all under the Christmas tree, and we couldn't touch them.
How do you come up with 2 or 3? How did you come up to that amount? How do you decide there was 2, 3 gifts each?
No, we didn't really decide. Like my brother always got a little more than me
because he was younger.
And shit. That's just how it works in life, you know.
Yeah.
But nah, who's giving me that many Christmas presents?
No, I hear you.
It's just and then we'd also get Christmas presents from Santa. We get the one Christmas present from Santa.
Yeah.
Which we're not gonna get into Santa, right?
No, we will at some point for sure. We'll get into that.
And then you know, the rule was we can't touch our Christmas presents until Christmas Day, and that means that like around 6 o'clock, we're waking up our parents.
6 a.m.
6 a.m.
Yeah. Okay. So I think that's very common. I would say around across the board, I would say that's common.
Right.
And then there's the few people that I know, especially like the Spanish people who decides that one, they either don't celebrate Christmas, or if they do, it's not so like how the mainstream celebrate Christmas. Like they like the lights, but they don't like the Christmas sharing part of the gift giving part of it.
You saying they just like the lights part of it,
man,
but not the gifts part of it?
It was a big deal because it's like decorations, and you'd redecorate your house. They'd spend more money on like buying up new furniture, painting over the house. That's literally a thing that I remember seeing a lot.
Oh shit! Well, that makes more sense than wasting money on gifts.
Yeah, I guess, but
it does.
It's nice
it's going into your home, right?
I understand
Furniture and shit.
If you think about it financially, it's like, okay, I'm renovating, puts value into my home. I like the idea of that.
Paint,
you know, that sounds sensical, but
then that has nothing
Christmas has nothing to do with sense. Christmas is absolutely the opposite of sense. It's all about how are we going to be able to buy as much things as possible for people, I guess, that we care about, right?
Right.
But
which the problem of Christmas to me is that people, it's like an obligation thing.
It is.
If you told somebody, yo, I'm broke this year, I can't afford to give you a Christmas present,
you better find a way.
But then obviously I'm going to find a way to get my kid a Christmas present. So they see you give your kid a Christmas present, they're going to be like, oh, you just don't fuck with me like that. You know what I mean?
You bought your own child a present. You see, that's why I don't like Christmas. as you said, people feel obligated. They feel entitled to certain things. And why? Because the media says it's time to buy people gifts. And don't get me wrong, no, I participate in the fact is my wife really does all the buying here.
Right.
She goes and she buys things for me, buys things for other people, say it's from us. I didn't take no part in it.
Right.
Besides, I guess the money value, but I don't. She usually tells me afterwards, this is what we got, so and so.
Just so you know.
Yeah.
This whole bag over here, it's all Christmas gifts.
I don't really get a say. I mean, she would but she knows I don't care that much. You know? But in terms of how we grew up, I said we didn't really do the trees thing.
That's crazy to me. Not even the tree.
Okay, well, let's get into it. First of all, in Antigua,
Not even the plastic tree.
I was gonna say that in Antigua, you get the trees obviously are not local. They're coming in containers.
Yeah,
By the time they come in, it's garbage.
Yeah.
First of all, we can't afford those because it's actually they're very expensive.
Super expensive, yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't even believe the price here in Canada for them. And I'm like, why buy the real tree when you can buy a plastic one that lasts longer?
Right.
But I mean, I don't get it.
I can't say the real tree is kind of cool.
It is how? I mean, to a certain degree, but from an adult?
No, from an adult.
Okay, from an adult, it's like, yo, that's work to clean.
Yeah.
You get me?
Every day they got this.
That don't make sense to me. I'd rather do it out. But anyway, yo, the most we've ever had, I do believe, is a Christmas plant. I get it.
I'm not trying to laugh at you.
No, it's fine. It's absolutely fine. So a Christmas plant. Dog, listen to me. I don't know what kind of bush it is, but it's a plant and it's big enough that you can decorate lights, a little lights, like one string of lights on it. And it's still in the pot that they put the plant in.
Okay, all right. Yeah.
So obviously you can't put gifts around that.
Yeah, you can't go around it. Not too under.
No.
And you got the Christmas
if you can put gifts under that, it's gonna be like a size of it's like for rats only.
Oh shit.
But we were fine with that. We never cared so much about it. And I think the most we would do is my mom goes to church a lot, and we'd go with her to do like gift exchanges. But it's always like a what do you call it? Like a $20, a
certain limited amount.
Yeah,
of money.
Exactly. So you're not getting more than probably like 2 Snicker bars,
right? Which I think like that should be across the board when it comes to Christmas time.
What's that?
You're gonna give people stuff. We should make it like a certain number, right? Like stop. Like if somebody's gonna come and give you a $20 gift, but then you're gonna give them a $100 gift, a $200 Beats headphones.
Yeah.
Like that person's gonna feel fucking weird.
All right, well, let me ask you this: how would you feel if I gave you a $300 gift? Right. The only reason you know it's $300 maybe because of the brand. Like you
I already know it. I already know the price.
Yeah, you already know the product, and you give me a $50 gift, but you're saying I'm supposed to feel a certain way about it because that's I see how.
No, it's not, because when you break down what Christmas is supposed to be about,
right?
It's supposed to be about giving, not receiving. You shouldn't care about what you receive, but people do. You obviously do. People like if I gave you a pack of pens, hold that for your job, dog. I know you need some pens. Hold that.
Yeah. Hey, I'm a call you out on this, Steven. Cause here, Steven, I was talking to Steven the other day. One of my brethren on. Steven say if he buy a man a $600 gift and a man buy him a $100 gift, the man get locked off. He not talk to the man about
Jesus Christ. But then how is the guy supposed to know what you were gonna get him?
But that's the thing.
Now it's a challenge. Now it's like, oh, last year this nigga hit me with a $200 gift. Now I gotta go to a $300 gift, and
trying to up it every time.
So now it's either your income has to be growing ridiculously if you have to keep up with this bullshit.
You see why I don't like Christmas though?
It's stressful.
It shouldn't be about that. So we can agree. It should just be about giving and not really receiving. Yeah, I get that. I think that's fair.
if you level the playing field, nobody gonna get no gift over $50. Boom! I can just know that if I give you a gift $49.99, it's not gonna fuck.
But we come from the Caribbean though, Shaq. What's really gonna happen if it's fine if you do it in like your circle of even that is a lot. It has to be on a person or your friends that you really talk to every day. Right, then you're gonna tell them, yo, nobody buy gifts on a $50. Because then again, you don't even know if somebody's gonna get you a gift. You really don't know.
Right, you don't know.
So
Right.
how do you tell somebody, yo, let's level the playing field? If you're gonna buy me a gift, it shouldn't be about this amount. That's also you assuming somebody's buying
the
you a
person's
gift.
gonna fuck with you like that. Okay, well, I see.
That's why you can't.
What I've noticed in this day and age, people have these conversations ahead of schedule, right? People talk about this shit since November, like.
Okay, yeah.
Are we doing gifts this year? It's like a question. Like,
Yeah.
yo, are we doing gifts this year? Just to see what the other person is feeling.
Yeah, yeah.
And if the other person's like, this year, niggas hard for cash.
Yeah, I'm tight. Yeah,
then
yeah,
it's,
yeah.
okay, cool. I ain't gotta worry about this one.
Okay, that's
But if
good.
you were gonna give gifts, then it'd be like, let's do like a limit, I guess, and see if that works.
I think that's a really good idea, actually.
What, test the waters?
Yeah, test the waters. I like how you did it. Like, yo, and then that way, you know, if somebody's giving you a nut, and
Yeah.
then you can bring up, okay, yo, do we have a limit? Because then
Yeah.
I'm used to just basically, I don't usually do that. I usually just ask somebody, like, you know, they're somebody close to them, ask them, yo, do you know what Shaq wants?
Right.
You know what Shaq's been asking for, whatever, and then you go around them.
You keep going around
Yeah.
and around, yeah.
And next you know, Shaq wants a fucking 80-inch TV, and then it's
Right.
like, well,
That's
are we
not
all
happening.
chipping in for that? What's happening?
Yeah.
So it's basically like that.
But I know there's people in North America, like North American countries, that do the whole Amazon shopping, the Amazon wish list. I don't know how that gets out there. I've never even done it, never seen it, but I know it's
Black
a thing.
Santa.
I know it's a thing. What is that? What do you mean?
I'm guessing Black Santa ships it over there. I don't know how it gets there.
No, I'm
I've
saying,
never
how
done
does the list get out? Like, these guys are sending out emails to everybody. They know.
I see. They send people
Here's
their
my
wish
list,
list.
just in case.
That to me is saying that you're entitled. I don't like that. If y'all do that, don't be my friend. And don't send it to me. But I clearly don't have friends that do that because I've never seen that before.
Right. I mean, I don't know how it works.
I didn't know about that. Damn. So then, all right. So basically, I understand the gift part in the household. You heard how mine is. What do you guys eat? We mentioned earlier. We gotta slap this rum cake now. So definitely open that rum cake. Shout out to Robinson's Cakery here in Brampton.
Robinson's Cakery.
We appreciate it. But
And you see the packaging. For those of y'all that can see, the packaging is nice.
very,
It's
very decent.
Very well done.
But let me start getting a bite of that. And how's your household in terms of what do you guys eat? What's your tradition of eating in terms of Christmas time?
All right. So when I was growing up, the way we did it, we'd wake up. I don't even think we ate breakfast, to be honest. I could be wrong, but I don't think we ate breakfast. I think what we ate was like the leftovers from Christmas Eve and shit. Like turkey and all that. We would eat that type of stuff. Then we go from eating that type of stuff to we open. All right, let me just give you a play-by-play of my day. We wake up, Christmas gifts open instantly. Before we brush teeth, bathe, there's none of that. Christmas gifts. We go open up the Christmas gifts. After that, everybody goes to do their thing. Whatever your thing is. If you're going to go play with your toys or you're going to go, I don't know, brush your teeth, bathe, whatever you want to do, you go do that. We get back together like around 10, 11 o'clock, I guess. Like when people are just going to be coming back into the living room area, it's going to be like lunchtime. Then we start eating lunch. And it's whatever my mom, I know it's heavy, right?
It's nice.
It's nice.
The rum cake.
It's whatever my mom's was setting up. We would just smell it coming from the kitchen, whatever she's cooking. And I honestly, I think I might have some trauma around Christmas because I don't really remember all the details. I just know there's always rum cake. There was some turkey. There was some ham. The nice ham with a little pineapple and thing.
Yeah. Yes.
Juice in a blood clot.
Mm.
And then definitely there was always sorrel.
I remember those.
There was always sorrel. And when we were kids, my mom would go a step and she would do the sorrel with the rum, obviously, and then the sorrel without the rum for us to feel like we're part of the song.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, and
so you just drink
the rum
sorrel
cake.
straight?
Yeah. And then there was the rum cake and then there was the fruit cake without rum.
That's nice. That sounds like a really nice Christmas, boy.
All right, so let me ask you, what was your Christmas day look like besides the plant?
Okay. Our Christmas, it wasn't really all bad. As I said, we didn't do the Christmas thing. As for the food part, we did do the ham. We did do the pineapple. My mom is a really good cook. So food wise, she always had that on lock. lock thing. We had, the liquor cut up bread, the dinner rolls.
Or the little,
You had tons of the typical fruit. Christmas ham in Antigua is
popping.
Just thinking about it, I am so disappointed we couldn't have any this year by being in Canada. But the Christmas ham, Shaq, oh my God, with some bread, like inside the bread, melting with some butter. You don't even need the butter sometimes, but that is something we absolutely enjoy in Christmas, especially in Antigua. Dagan's Bakery, we lived on that. Yo,
right. You guys
grew up under the bakery.
So you guys had that shit on
we
lock.
Absolutely loved Christmas ham in Antigua. It's just, I can't express it. That alone is just, we would go down just for that. We would absolutely. Jasmine, my wife, loves it as well. It's something we've never had here in Canada, but that's pretty much how we pretty much enjoy Christmas now. The food, we have no problems with the food. I would say that much.
Okay. So when it comes to the food
we pretty much enjoyed that as a family. There was no alcohol involved. My mom's Christian, so we never drank at home. Right. My mom didn't really drink sorrel, but we did drink like ginger beer and them stuff, like natural made ginger beer.
Okay. Like squeeze from the root?
Squeeze from the root, yeah.
Differently.
Yeah, so my mom did that on lock, but that's how we enjoyed it. I've been to many Caribbean people's houses for Christmas, and it's live. The sorrel, that's when I got introduced to the sorrel. Then I could drink rum out. Right. And I'm like, this is it. I'm never going back. And
there's no turning back.
I still go back only for the Christmas ham.
Oh, okay.
But it's definitely worth it. I recommend those who haven't tried it for definitely give it a try.
Yeah, the Christmas ham back home. Even though I don't eat so much ham right now, even if let me say I said I was going vegan, right? If my mom was to bust open a Christmas ham, I might have to change my vows. Like the Christmas, you just for Christmas, just stop being vegan just for Christmas, because the ham, the ham, dog. How do you get over that? It's hard. If somebody's never had Christmas ham from back home, there's no way to describe it. Anyway, wherever Christmas ham you know about it and really know about it till it's back home. How's the cake?
I'm sorry, I can't even speak. The cake is so good, boy.
Yeah?
It's so good, man. You can taste the fruit. You can take the mixture of the rum and the fruit together. It's so decent, man.
All right, this is gonna be a rum table rum cake review. First of its kind.
While you do that, I wanna say, for the people that don't hate Christmas like me, because I don't hate Christmas, right?
You hate Christmas. Go ahead.
I just want to say that Christmas was supposed to be about giving, as you said. And then all of a sudden, it's about Jesus' birthday. I don't know when Jesus born on the 25th of December. Is that a thing? Have you seen it before?
Listen, when it comes to Jesus...
Oh, sorry. Should we put a disclaimer? We're going to get into it for the adults right now. So if your child is around, cover the ears. They can't listen to this, because there's going to be some spoiler alerts. Let's just say that much.
If Christmas and Santa Claus is still a thing for your kids, please turn off the podcast.
Exit the room.
Right now, because let's ask this question. At what age do you spoil Christmas for your kids?
That's a very good question. My wife and I had this conversation on my son's first Christmas. And he was like maybe a couple months old. Mm-hmm. And I pretty much said that I would tell him from the time he could understand.
Oh, yeah, like he started asking you who's Santa Claus, you'd be like, a non-existent motherfucker.
No, I'd be like, I'm Santa Claus. I'd be like, it's me. This is all me. This is all me. No, nobody tried to squeeze through our chimney. First of all, we don't have one. They stopped making houses like those in a long time. Secondly, I didn't work my ass off for you to give some white fat man all the braids. Like, what are you talking about?
That's facts. That's facts.
So, yes, unfortunately, it is me. Sorry to burst your bubble.
So
But what is the right age?
so he's 4 years old, coming to ask us who's Santa Claus.
Well, let's be realistic. Your child's gonna come to you and ask you who's Santa Claus. What would be the actual question? It'd be like, what? Is Santa Claus real? Would they ask if Santa Claus is real?
Doubt it. Actually, at that age, they just can't accept anything at that age. But it'd be more like, where does Santa live, or when is Santa gonna come?
Okay.
Or can I stay up? Can I see Santa? Like shit like that. You know, how do I meet Santa?
Yeah, Santa's here all the time, son. he's here. He sees you. That's how he knows whether you're nice or naughty. He sees you. He sees you on a daily basis. He takes you to school, picks you up sometimes, and then he's gonna be like, "Oh yeah, but Daddy, you dropped me to school." Well, hint, hint.
You put two and two together, son.
Hint,
You learn
hint.
math yet? 2 and 2.
Is that bad? Why should you hide it from your kids? What's the thing about it? My wife is very serious on Christmas.
What do you mean? Like,
She's like, "Oh no, you can't tell them." I'm pretty sure she was getting emotional just her thinking about me spoiling that for her. So that's her description of it. She's like, "You're spoiling Christmas for them by telling them early."
All right. Let's take it like this. If you allow him to have his childhood just believing in non-believable shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
He gets a chance to grow up a way like the world has like a fantasy about it. You know, like anything is possible. Like, you know, when people say you can do anything, like anything is possible.
Yeah, nobody told me that. Yeah.
God damn, this is why you're wearing that sweater right now, bro.
Grinch.
You see what I'm saying?
Yo, I'm wearing like Christmas socks and shit. Sponsored by Bacardi. Okay.
So
Yeah.
So since we can see the end result of you not getting a fantasy driven childhood,
Whoa! You're pushing it.
Which is you being the Grinch. Do you want Mazzy to end up being the Grinch?
First of all, I don't see anything wrong with me.
No, there's nothing wrong with you.
But then I'm trying to. Okay, well then you guide me, Shaq. You want your child to grow up believing that there's a Christmas. First of all, where I come from in Antigua, ain't barely any white man walking through there, right?
Facts.
Much less a fat white man.
Okay.
With gifts.
All right, let's take it that
and
direction.
he hops from places to places in one night.
With reindeers and flying around on a sled and shit.
Right.
Whack.
So,
but let's take it like that then.
Yeah.
Why does the imagery of Santa Claus need to be a white man?
I guess because he's from North Pole and there's no black people there.
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's like white Jesus, black Jesus. Like
right.
Is there somewhere in the world where there's Chinese Christians being like, oh, there's a Chinese Jesus too? Come on, guys.
Yeah,
like,
probably.
You know,
more than likely.
like at this point, how do we know? And it's just fictional. It doesn't matter.
Right.
So it's just some dude. It's just. And nowadays, it doesn't even have to be a dude. It could be a dude, a woman. It could be a washing machine.
It pretty much should be anything.
Whatever
anything. You want it.
Whatever you want it to be. So it's just like a fictional character that gives like awe. Like, you know, like a sense of amazement to a kid. Mm-hmm. You know, kids are easily amazed and like look to the future like, oh shit, like anything is possible type of vibes.
Yeah.
That's like, in essence, what a childhood is. No? You feel like you could do anything, so children just get into everything.
So you're saying the reason why they allow it to continue is basically by just letting them believe, let them imagine.
No.
No?
The reason they allow it to continue, follow the money. The reason they allow you to continue is because the niggas is making money.
Okay, but then what is a good age again
To
for
spoil
you to
it
tell
for
them?
them?
Yeah. But you see what's funny? You keep saying spoil it for them. Why can't I just be telling them the truth?
Because telling them the truth does spoil. I remember when I got told the truth.
Tell me about that.
Okay, so Santa had 2 cricket bats, right?
What?
Santa had 2 cricket bats for me for Christmas.
Oh, okay. I was like, what is going on?
Santa had 2 cricket bats for me for Christmas. I don't remember.
Man, you're living well. 2 cricket bats?
It wasn't for me. It was for me and my bro.
Oh,
It was two of
okay.
us. Yeah, so
Okay.
there was 2 cricket bats anyway, right? We didn't have no other Christmas gifts, but Santa got us Christmas bats.
Gotcha.
And then I was like, that's strange.
Why?
'Cause why wouldn't my parents get me a Christmas gift? But
Oh, because you
Santa
only
gave-
had
Yeah,
Okay.
it was just that. But then I'm like, So
How old were you?
I was
You
like
think?
7 or 8, I think.
Gotcha.
I'm not really too sure. I could be wrong, but I'm not too sure.
Okay.
I'm like, that's weird because, I told my parents I wanted a Christmas bat, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So I kept it. I kept it on my mind, I just kept it on my mind. But I was going like, oh yeah, Christmas.
That's crazy.
The next Christmas, I stayed up. I was like, there's no way in hell this motherfucker flying into this house, and I'm not gonna fucking find out.
That's funny. Ah, crap.
And I
Man.
stayed up, and I stayed up, and I was falling asleep, and then I heard something. Oh shit! I caught this nigga.
Ah, crap. Okay.
So I'm creeping, no joke. You check, and upstairs, like we had an upstairs at that time, and it creaked like a little bit.
Okay.
If you'd step. So I'm walking and I'm stepping like real slow and real smooth. Bro, why did I see my mom's?
Was she dressed up?
No, it wasn't no dress up. Just casually put the shit under the Christmas tree.
I am cracking up, man.
And I'm like,
That's
yo,
funny.
she already showed us the presents that they got for us. So what is she doing putting more shit under there?
Uh-huh.
And I was like, all right. This, all right. So I went back to sleep. Then I got up in the morning and I went before anybody woke up.
This is a detective over here.
Just before anybody woke up, I went and I looked. And it was the same present from Santa Claus. Nah, I saw you.
So that's what you told your mom?
No, I don't even remember how the conversation. It wasn't like they came out and they told me, right?
Yeah,
it was like the conversation. I don't really remember
You
the
don't
conversation.
remember the actual details of how it came out.
But
But you remember
yes,
it wasn't being real.
it's like, yes, boy, it's like, where's Santa this time? This whole time, like, welcome
What-
to reality.
Do you remember crying, being disappointed? Did it change you? Any of that?
Nah. And even my brother was just like, well, we're getting presents, right?
Yeah.
It's like, whatever.
So then it didn't make a difference. No, I guess the question is it because you guys were at a certain age where you understood and it didn't bother you as much? Or would it have been different if you were younger? I know you don't exactly remember the age.
Yeah.
Or does it not make a difference? Why not just tell them early?
All right, I want to take it like if there's like a couple of years go by and you're young, you're like 4 years old, you're believing in Santa so hard. 5 years, you're believing in Santa so much stronger, and then 6 years come and you just tell your kid, "Oh, by the way, there's no Santa gifts this year because we're Santa this whole time." It would shatter a kid. I think it'd be like, "Shh, like what?" That
Really?
young.
I feel
As
like my
that
child
young?
can be like, "Yay, daddy!"
No, because you know what happens? All of a sudden now that Christmas you find out, well, whenever you find out there's no Santa, it's like, well, there's no more Santa gifts.
You think there's no more gifts coming?
Nigga, there's one less gift under that tree.
Man, you see, so then why not just tell them from early? I don't know. You see, okay, because here's my story part of it. I don't even remember going through a phase where I didn't know Santa did not exist. I think in my world, Santa was never there.
Saying, is that because there was like no Santa gifts?
Well, definitely there's definitely no Santa gifts.
Bro, what's the whole purpose of Santa then? Obviously, you never thought there was no Santa because Santa only brings you a gift.
No, because at the same time we have television. We do see the Christmas advertisement. We do see the celebrations. We do see the decorations all over, right? So we know there's somewhat of a portrait of the Santa and North Pole.
There's a figure out there.
Right, exactly. However, the way how you describe it, like, yo, there's a Santa written on gifts. Firstly, I mean, Santa is written the same in almost like every language, but my parents barely wrote.
Right.
In terms of they were immigrants to the country who spoke a different language.
Right.
It wasn't their thing. I don't even know if I'm trying to remember if I really saw my mom wrap gifts. She probably could have, but I don't even remember any of that kind of stuff.
Right.
So I remember mostly, like even for school days, I would write certain things to school and just have my parents sign it. And most of the time just forge it. Because my parents would be like, yeah, you just do it.
You just do it.
You know, because they don't, the handwriting,
Yeah,
you know, that's the kind of thing
it
too,
wouldn't
right?
make sense. So
It wouldn't make sense.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, to some, it's going to sound like, of course, we had to just grow up fast.
Well, that's what happens.
That's just what it is. Hey,
have to grow up
Santa
fast.
don't exist. We buy you gifts if we have the money, this and that. That's it. Get with it or get out. It is what it is.
It depends where you grew up, how you grew up, right? Like, would you care about Santa really if you grew up in a place in the world where you see people die all the time? Like,
Yeah, that's the least.
nobody
I
gives
think
a
that was
shit
the,
about Santa.
That was very true. I think that was the least of our concern. It's like whether Santa existed or not. But let's flip the script. One of the reasons I liked the idea of moving to Canada after visiting and stuff is that the season change, right?
Okay, to
Christmas
the snow time.
comes with the snow,
Right.
whatever. We didn't really play too much like in the snow from what I remember growing up, because we travel to the US, Puerto Rico, and so well, I don't remember because it's snowing there, but you get the point.
Right.
What happened was when you're older now, you're still kind of excited to see snow. At least that's what I thought it was going to be.
Right.
And guess what? Oh, no, when I got old and I understood snow, I was trying to be, I don't know what my problem is, but I was more like, yeah, man, this is the everyday thing, you know?
What do you mean?
Okay, so when I first really experienced snow, I was like, I see this on TV all the time. I didn't enjoy it. I didn't go like how my child is now and be like, oh my God, this is different, and he's holding it. I didn't do none of that.
But right, because that goes back to the whole you
You-
having that sense of wonder, you know, that amazement about the world.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And-
because he's getting that from a kid. If you never
Right.
got that as a kid,
Then, so you're just saying my life is just sad. Okay, all right. Hey,
That-
well,
that's
this has been a Rum Table special. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, no, I see your point. I think I'm learning something about this though.
No, but it could be that you just, like you said, you just grew up fast. It's like instead of that wonder and awe about the world, maybe your brain just developed to look at the world as it is, like the way it is, right?
It is the way it is.
Like it's not no filter over the world
Right.
as most kids.
But
like
but then you can become like me where you don't really appreciate nothing because it's more like you don't enjoy it because there's
But-
bigger things to deal with.
But is it that you don't appreciate nothing? Okay.
I think
All right,
so.
so let me ask you something then. You think those multimillionaire type of families, like I don't know, whatever
money,
family
yeah,
you
yeah.
got in your head,
Yeah.
you think those people grow up to think about Christmas and shit like that, or you think they just grow up to just think about how the world is?
I would say they weren't. I would say they were sheltered most of the time. Yes, I would say they were sheltered, and it'd be like how my wife looks at it, where let them enjoy their youth. As a matter of fact, growing up, one of my rich friends, which I've never forgotten, his mother told me, if it's one thing I would always tell you, take this advice, is that try not to grow up too fast. Right. Enjoy your youth is what she always told me. Enjoy your youth. And you hear people saying that, but you don't really know what they mean. And she was basically telling us like, yo, once you grow up, that's it. And it was like, okay, so like how our parents made us grow up fast, you know what I mean? There's no going back. So now me, you know, and friends that I know as well, they're basically saying, I don't buy my kids gift on Christmas. I don't personally partake in that part. I do have no problem buying gifts for anybody, but I have friends who don't buy their kids gifts for Christmas.
Like they don't buy their kids gifts, or they don't buy anybody gifts.
They don't buy, if they're not buying for their kids, they're not buying for nobody.
Okay. I thought it was like they were trying
They
to
don't
teach their
take
kids
part
a
in
lesson.
it because obviously they look at it like you, how you were saying, yo, Christmas is just a ridiculous, you know, it's just about spending money and blah blah blah. And they're like, yo, why do I have to buy my kids thing on Christmas? So they basically tell their kids, yo, I'd buy you gifts, but not for Christmas. I'd buy it in January.
Right. I have brethren.
What is
that's
your
like
take
that
on
too.
that?
I have brethren that's like that too, and I have one in particular in mind. He said, yo, I don't buy nobody gifts, not even just for Christmas. I don't buy anybody gifts for any one of those special times of years.
Yeah, yes, that's basically
Yeah.
what my friends are
Right.
too.
It's like, why am I gonna subscribe to this bullshit hype? that
Exactly what they
right
say,
now
yeah.
is the time I gotta give you something.
Yeah.
Nah, I'll give you shit when I feel like throughout the year
Yeah, but
to show you I appreciate you throughout the year. Like whenever I fucking feel like it's not gonna be Valentine's Days when I'm supposed to show you the most love. I'll show you love when I feel like showing
I
you love.
understand your point, but then is it because of the money or is it just because the hype at the time?
It's not what
It has nothing to do with the money.
it's nothing to do with the money. They just don't rate that fact. Like you know when people say, "Don't follow the crowd,"
Yes,
like do
of
the
course.
opposite.
Of course, yeah.
It's like everybody's just mindlessly deleting hours out of their life going to the mall on Christmas time. People are fighting each other over fucking products in a store Christmas time.
Yeah, yeah. Because after Christmas, you know, it is Boxing Day, and you know how that goes.
Like, bruh, are we in reality? Does this make sense to human beings? So instead of subscribing to that type of shit, they're just not gonna. And also, things are way more expensive come Christmas time too.
Yeah, which they don't care because it's the time of giving. It's I wish you a Merry Christmas.
Nobody cares, and people are so trapped in their life cycle of being broke and paycheck to paycheck all the time. So
you're willing to go into debt
they're willing to
for Christmas. Yeah.
You know, like back home, how people take out carnival loans and shit.
I know exactly.
You know those carnival loans and shit.
Yeah.
The travel allowance, but it's the travel loan, but it's a carnival thing.
Carnival loan, yeah.
The Christmas loan is a real thing.
You are right, though.
People are willing.
I didn't even think of that. But that's the thing. People do go in debt around the Christmas time a lot. A lot. Like, we started this, your pockets them empty. Your pockets them just dry up, man.
And
it
people aren't
be like
saving.
that.
People aren't saving through the year.
And a lot of the gifts are just unconventional. They're just not. They're not even for a decent purpose. It's just things that don't make sense.
Yeah,
material things. You know.
Christmas has gotten to the point you just buy a gift just to say I bought you a gift.
I bought your gift. Yeah. Rather than you appreciating it, it's also judging the gift. You know what I mean? First of all, the gift is me. I am your gift, guys. Real big man thing. You don't need nothing else. I can hear the trumps. I can see your rolled eyes.
Bear trumps happen like a while.
It shouldn't be just about that. You know what I mean? It's more to it. But I don't know.
I mean, to me, like, if we're gonna talk about a season of giving, it's not supposed to be products. It's not supposed to be gifts. You know what I mean? We can go out and do services. Like, I had a brethren, right? And last Christmas, I never would have expected this, to be honest, from not from this dude.
What's that?
Last Christmas, I was with my friend who's really close to the dude, and he's like, "Yo, what were you up to?" And you know what the dude answered? "I'm coming back from the homeless shelter. We just bought bare Tim Hortons for these guys."
Nice, I like that.
Like, that's what I'm talking about.
I like that.
That's
I like
Christmas.
that.
Like, nobody asked this guy to just get up and do shit like that. Obviously, these homeless guys, they can beg and they can go get their Tim Hortons, right?
Right.
But he just took it on himself, and it wasn't a small number. He's not a rich man, but 100 things at Tim Hortons for each person.
Let me ask you this: just like how you were saying earlier that you don't want to partake in Christmas, cause not you specifically, your friend don't want to partake in Christmas or any other time because of the hype, right? What about if somebody said, "Oh, but he just did that because of Christmas time"? Does he do it? Does he do it anytime else? That's the thing.
There wasn't that I have known of. There wasn't any other time that I had known about. But when I did speak to him before, he has done it a few times before. He just doesn't tell anybody.
Yeah,
that's like the real spirit.
That's it. Okay, got you.
Like if you just go do something good for somebody
without acknowledgement,
and you don't want nobody to find out. Yeah, that's the fucking spirit of Christmas.
I appreciate that. No, I get where you're coming from.
Yeah.
No, I see your point.
So this whole Christmas vibes is just whack to me. But I understand the point of Christmas,
which is basically enjoying time with your family,
right?
Your friends, giving.
Especially up in North America, like your life is so fucking busy and packed and stressful all the time.
Yeah.
It now gives you an excuse to say, all right, I'm not going to go work a 14 at work for these next few days. Fuck work. I'm going to just actually spend some time with my family for once.
Yeah.
Which is sad to say what the world is, but at least Christmas gives them that, right?
Yeah, I agree. And
even if their pocket is lighter.
Right. In the Caribbean, no. Especially like where we come from in Antigua. Christmas time, well, in Caribbean in general, you spend a lot of time partying. There's a lot of parties going on. Antigua is small, so there's always an event going on all the time. I think Christmas is like one of the only days there's never anything happening.
Right. It's just music on people's porch and lights.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no, I agree. It's one of those days to definitely take a step back and relax with the people that matter to you most.
Which I love that about where we're from is that when it's like, whether it's even without Christmas, people will be playing music and vibing out on their porch. But when it's like a Christmas time and you kind of feel the spirit start picking up closer to the end of the year, you kind of feel that energy, right? Everybody's a little less, like back home, we're not as stressed as people are up here.
Mm-hmm.
So you're already kind of laid back and loose up.
Yeah.
And then Christmas start rolling around and you start feeling other people are more loose.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Christmas spirit, so to speak.
Yeah.
Like when you start feeling those vibes and then it all comes together on one day, everybody jumps up on your porch and you have your music and you have your drinks and food is flowing and blood clots.
Can't relate.
My nigga, you never went over to somebody's house them time?
I can't relate. I just don't. First of all, I don't like Christmas music. It's just too jolly for me. You don't like calypso Christmas music? No, hell no.
Bumbo. You're a lost cause. I don't know what to say.
Hell no.
I don't know what to say. We can't.
I don't.
The Grinch was unhelpable until the end.
I'm sorry. I don't. And here's the thing though. I'm not gonna lie. My wife is very into Christmas. I've been saying that.
Right.
And I love receiving gifts now. I'd be lying. I'd be lying if I didn't.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
It brings you back. It brings you to like a point where you didn't have her before, right? Like you get some kind of childhood.
Dog, I don't want to do that to me, but dog. Yes, dog. What am I saying? I don't know what it is. And my wife and her family, dog, they go all out for me on Christmas. Like they get me things, and it's like, yo, you really thought about me like that?
Right.
That shit. But
yo. Relax, dog.
I don't know why, but other than that, I don't like Christmas. I don't like the extra, the eggnog, I don't care about all the extra stuff.
You're gonna hate on the eggnog.
Okay, fine. I'm not gonna hate complete an eggnog. We had eggnog and the decorations here and everything. It's something that they do for Christmas here. My mother-in-law loves it as well.
Right.
I drink it with her, but it's not my go-to drink. But the resting, the decorations, I like your Christmas tree, even all that. Like my wife takes it seriously. Like, yo, you have to put the star on. And
right. Okay.
Like,
it's a tradition. Yeah, it feels good to just keep it a tradition.
I'm like, yo, I don't business.
All right, you know what it is? When you grow up, you start to hold on to pieces of your childhood that you cherish.
That's interesting. I've heard that a lot of times.
Yeah.
In movies. Well, yeah, go ahead.
You know, it's in real life too. Like you get a piece of back home up here. You move up to somewhere like Canada and you get a piece of back home. You cherish that shit. It feels real good. Like if we go down to a spot and we get
that goes with anything.
With anything,
culture,
right?
Yeah.
Like culture, nostalgia, all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
But then you bring into something like Christmas, which people always place the emphasis on when you're smaller and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of hold on to that more than normal, right?
No, you're right. You're right. But I guess so what it would be in my case, I'm holding on to not doing anything. Must be.
I think you're just holding on to the fact that, I mean, okay. Can I
gotta see a therapist.
Can I dive into your psyche a little bit?
Yeah,
I'm not a licensed therapist at all, but I find it very interesting that
I could have guessed that
you're the Grinch. Anyway, so at some point when you're a child, could it not have been that you were just like, yeah, I'm not getting into this Christmas shit. Fuck this Christmas shit. And then it just carried on as you kept going. Like you just keep building on that.
Maybe. And here's the thing. Even though I didn't get it at home, you were kind of disappointed. No, you were kind of hoping. I'm not gonna lie. You were kind of hoping. But you're just forced to like grow up.
Right.
You understand? Right. And then you have friends. I had friends. So luckily my friends and them would give me something.
Oh, okay.
Or vice versa.
Right.
Or whatever. You know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, you tend to realize that, yo, I don't have it at home. Mm-hmm. But you're not sort of you're not upset at your parents. You're not you just forced to understand.
Right, you're forced to wrap your mind around it.
Yeah, like yo, we are from the Caribbean. We are from the country where it's like current still get lock off. because people can't afford to pay their bills. I've never met somebody here in Canada and I've met a lot of broke fucking people here.
Right.
A lot of broke motherfuckers here, and they still have electricity at their house.
Right.
Even though they're not paying it.
They would.
No, I'm talking about I have been through a lot of fucking electricity cut off. So it's like your parents are not taking part in just volunteering lights outside decoration to boost.
Just dash away money for no fucking reason. Why?
Excuse me, kids, we're not gonna get you gifts, but we will jack up the electricity this month. No fucking way. And the thing is, you have to learn to understand what's going on. Like, obviously, you get me, and that's what I'm saying. So, and then it to me, it'd be like we'd be ungrateful to not understand that.
Yeah, but you would still be kids, even if you didn't understand. It's understandable.
But kids, we were forced to grow up fast, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Kids, but then I'm also at the point where maybe I need to see a therapist. But at the same time, right, in my reverse psyche, as you would say it, right, I brought my mom for Christmas more than once here, so she can see the difference, and I know she loves it. Where she can get a bunch of gifts and see different people thinking about her and giving her something. And then also taking her to get people gifts, and you can choose where you want to get people. It's a different lifestyle. So also you have to be realistic. Should you push your parents to get you something just because your friends at school are getting it? Just like if you go back to where you have your people, your friends and them are like, I don't buy things for my kids and them Christmas time. But then at the same time, I gotta kind of somewhat tell them what's going on with Christmas, because at the end of the day, they're gonna go to school with other kids who believe in it. So where's the balance?
Well, I can hit you with a story like when you're talking about balance, it's hard to balance that, right? Like, remember I told you I didn't grow up broke, but I didn't grow up rich either. Like, I wasn't getting shit, right? Like, kids was getting this. Back then it was like Game Boy Color just came out.
Yeah.
Like, nigga, can I play? Like, I'm not getting one, right?
Yeah.
There's no way I'm getting that shit. And then, specifically, one dude came to school with a Game Boy Color and was flaunting the shit.
Ooh, I see where my mind is going.
And that hit me hard. And then I was like, what the fuck? Like, bro, if you flaunt that shit on me one more time, I swear to God, it's gone.
It's gone.
Flaunted it, kept flaunting it. He went out to play. I stayed back. I had to jack that shit. I took that shit home and I was playing the shit. I was so happy playing that shit at home.
Yeah.
I was just a happy thief. and then I hid it under the couch. Don't follow suit.
Yeah.
I hid that shit under the couch, and my mom's ended up catching on when they put it out there that somebody stole it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my mom's caught on that it was me and found it. Obviously, I got my ass cut. You know, I had to bring the shit back, give it back to the dude.
Really? That's embarrassing.
But then that's the whole reason I brought that up, is because that brings a whole new dynamic now. If you're gonna have your kids in school with other kids that are way more privileged, at what point you literally can't balance that?
I understand about the privilege part, but then does that mean your kids are not as privileged just because you decided you're not gonna partake in the Christmas festivities, such as buying gifts?
No, but
I'm talking about that specific part.
Oh,
what if you're like, hey, Christmas is one thing, but Santa Claus don't exist. I buy everything here. And your child is still going to other kids that believe, yeah, man, Santa's still going, whatnot. How does it balance there? How do we explain that to our friends who look at it like that?
So you're saying, and we didn't, okay, so we told her that there's no Santa Claus.
I'm saying,
but Christmas time we'll sort you out. We'll still partake in the festivities.
Is that possible?
But you can't tell your
How
friends that there's no Santa.
Where's the balance? That's what I'm asking.
It's not possible. It's not possible. I remember when I was young in school, and I never knew porn was a thing. Mm-hmm. Actually, that same dude that I ended up stealing the Game Boy from, he's the one that brought it to school.
Oh boy!
But there's this thing.
Porn and Christmas. Porn. This is the Rum Table Podcast, everybody.
You can't balance it, because how can you stop your kids from going to school and telling
Partaking
their friends
society, so to speak? Yeah.
That's where the whole societal development is, right?
Right.
Now kids are learning from other kids, and Bro,
it's bound to happen.
It's like everybody in school believes they're Santa, and then this one kid comes and is like, you know what I found out?
Yeah. I've seen those shit. Yeah.
You can't balance.
Right. I see your point. I would agree. And then you definitely don't want your kid going to school being one breaking the news. Breaking news. Yeah, like the kid. Yeah. Guess what I found out this Christmas? You know, like usually when the new year starts at school, they're like, yo, no, how was the Christmas and all that?
Right.
And it's like, well, I found out.
Well, I might know something better than you guys.
You know, and the thing is, in my head, I'm like, I was probably that guy that went to school and like, yo, first of all, what y'all talking about Santa Claus?
Oh,
y'all know.
shit.
But then again, I know in my neighborhood, nobody believed it.
Nobody believed.
Yeah.
Shit.
So.
I mean, the whole thing about Christmas is that for kids, it's going to be a whole different experience than as an adult, right? Like kids, whether they believe in Christmas or not, it's a whole different experience because they're not at school. School breaks off. Mm-hmm. They're home. Everybody's just allowed to do more than they can normally because the parents are more free up.
Right.
So kids are getting away with murder regardless.
Yeah.
So it's just
literally.
It's a funny.
Yeah.
It's a fun time for everybody, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But leading up to Christmas, y'all better stop this shit with going and forcing yourself to buy presents and you broke. Because you broke, stop doing the shit. I seen so many anxiety-ridden niggas in Walmart and shit buying gifts. Nigga, you can't afford it. You know you can't afford it. You have to cut your arm off and sell that shit.
Learn to say no.
Like, stop.
But then it's just that you have to understand so many people in different situations. Like, what if the partners are not together and you don't want to look like a deadbeat dad or a deadbeat mom to your kid? I know people that do that now where they partake in the festivities, not because they want to, but they don't want to look like a piece of shit to their son or their daughters because you're going to look like, okay, we're not together or whatnot, right? Mm-hmm. But the kid's going to be like, yo, I didn't get nothing from daddy for Christmas.
But I got this from my mom's though.
Oh, so it's a competition.
Yeah.
Realistically, so it's like I have to get him something.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I can't wait till he's old enough to know or she's old enough to know.
But oh man, like it makes it so fucking hard because
society again. What can you do? What can you do about a situation like that?
Well,
Shaq?
yo, I
Call
believe
me Grinch all you want. What can you do?
I believe a man like Dave Ramsey would just take all the emotion out of it.
Yeah. For those that don't know, Dave Ramsey is a big financial boss.
He's a big financial boss. Been doing it for like 30-something years. I think he would just step back and he'd be like, but what does it matter?
That's very true.
You're going to be broke. You're not going to be able to do things with your kids. You're not going to be able to do anything. You're broke.
Yeah.
You went into debt to buy Christmas gifts. Whoop-de-doo. You're broke.
Right.
So you can't help your kid out the way that matters.
Right.
You're worried about how you look.
Yes, that's very true. You're worried about how you look.
Right. But then at the end of the day, kids still can't go to college because you didn't set up a college fund
just because you're spending money
on Christmas gifts and Valentine's gifts.
Right.
And, I mean? Like, if you can afford to dash away money, go on, go dash away your money. Mm-hmm. If you can't afford it, stop the fuckery. You can tell people that you care about that, yo, this year, we're skipping Christmas this year, like, in terms of gifts. Don't buy me shit. I ain't buying you shit. My bank book don't look like this. You should learn how to
do that, for real. Mm-hmm. I agree with you, Shaq. Well, how do you want to end it for the people, then?
I want to say, this rum cake was decent. It was pretty decent up there.
Thank you so much, Robinson's Bakery there in Brampton.
Mm-hmm. Moist flavor was on point. It was good. I want to just put in a little plug for her because she was a very nice lady. Very, very nice. Thank you so much. Yeah. So what I want to say, the rum, I will say the Bacardi is, I don't know, it's one of the best rums we've had in a while. It's good with the mixed drink. It's very good with the mixed drink. I tasted it before. It's deadly without. It is very mixing. Deadly without. Yeah. It's one of those rum that you must drink mixed. You have to. Yeah. Yeah. So it's. But I have been drinking rum and coke in a while, and this has been really good. That's honestly. Yeah, good shit. So shout out to Bacardi for that. And I'm rocking the socks on team. Unfortunately, we didn't have the sorrel here. Yes, I'm sorry we can do that for y'all. We enjoyed that without the podcast, but
If y'all want some sorrel and some rum and coke, let us know just so we can say like, but we won't send none. But
Yeah, but I guess this will be in the Rub Table podcast.
it is, and
Christmas
as
edition.
usual, it's the boy, Real Big Man Ting, and with me as always,
It's Shaq, aka Just Shaq.
Merry Christmas to you guys.
Enjoy the rest of the year.
If you're
soon
still-
close out.
Yes. We'll see you guys basically in the new year. So
Yeah, next episode, new year episode.
indeed, y'all take care. Make sure if you made it to the end, you like, you subscribe, and we link up.
Hit us
Every
with
convo better with rum. Bang.
When it's a rum table, yo, Shaq, pick up yourself on this podcast. You don't know what Just Stick represented. You're listening to the Rum Table podcast. So open